Hello everybody, my name is Big Ruckus and you're watching a brand new edition of Public Praise TV. On today's show, you'll meet Ahfeeyah Thomas, the CEO of a brand new business called Lady Corporate Inc., as she reveals her passion and her mission to help women to achieve their dreams. We'll also get into some dad jokes to tickle your funny bone, and we'll wrap everything up with the inspirational sounds of our artist spotlight, worship leader, Scilla Oyee. All this plus more fun and surprises on the way. So make sure you don't move a muscle, because Public Praise TV is starting right now.
Hello and welcome back to another great episode of Public Praise TV. Today I have the honor and privilege of having one of my friends on Public Praise. Seems like I'm always having my friends on here. Today we're having Ahfeeyah Thomas. She has a new opportunity and it's called Lady Corporate. Awesome business. Please, Ahfeeyah, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on Public Praise TV.
Thank you for having me. This is amazing.
Awesome, awesome. Please tell me, I already know about it, but please tell me and tell our audience more about Lady Corporate.
Sure. So Lady Corporate is a membership community and lifestyle brand for corporate and business women. I myself have been a career and business coach for about 8 years and decided that I wanted to make something available at a lower cost and to also provide a platform that gave women the opportunity to connect and be resourceful to each other.
Okay, that's amazing because women, especially corporate women, really don't have a lot of outlets or vehicles to network with each other. And there was actually an outlet recently that they asked for like something like $700 a year.
Wow.
Or something crazy like that. So tell me, or our audience, how is Lady Corporate different from any other networking organization?
Sure. Well, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head. There's not many outlets at all. What makes us different is that we're also a lifestyle brand, and we're looking at dealing with the corporate and businesswoman, on as a whole, right? Mm-hmm. So we're looking at how do we engage her in health and wellness? How do we help her negotiate her salary? How do we give her the resources that she needs to be successful in her life, career, and business, right? And so I think that a lot of organizations don't look at that, and they don't think, well, you know what, if we're not catering to these women and the needs that they have, a lot of corporations and organizations just, we want the work done, right? We don't think about what this woman needs in order to be successful and to thrive and be at her best. And so Lady Corporate provides that. We provide the education, we provide the resources, and we provide the advocacy also with these organizations to understand the needs of women a lot better.
So give me an example of what you ladies do at Lady Corporate.
Sure, so there is a physical component, but most of everything is online. So what we've also found is that, especially for the corporate and businesswoman, is that we often don't have time during business hours, right? So there are organizations like the CWE or the SBA that are downtown, but they have strict business hours. So we have a physical component where we have different events for our women. We have a Lady Fit boot camp where they can focus on that health and wellness piece of things. But in addition to that, there's this online resource library that allows these women to go on and read and educate themselves at their leisure, right? So it's 10 o'clock, the kids are gone to bed, and I want to know about this new position that I have and how to negotiate my salary, right? So I'm going to log in as a member of Lady Corporate and access that information. Or I'm going to go into the online Facebook group and figure out, well, hey, what are the conversations that's been happening throughout the day? Or maybe I can ask a question there and someone will be able to respond and be helpful to me at that point.
That sounds amazing. Tell me about the website. Tell me when is it going to be out, the season?
Sure. So we've already rolled out phase 1 of the website, have reached out to friends and family. You were one of those people. And ladycorporate.co is where we're at. And everything, pretty much our information is up and running. Ladies can go onto the website, $30 a month or $250 for the year, and become a member immediately.
So for $30 a month for my investment, what would I be getting as a member of Lady Corporate?
Sure. So you'll have access to discounted events. So we have, again, bi-monthly empowerment brunches, for example, or we have Lady Fit Boot Camp, which we talked about. So you have access to these events, and then there's free events for the members to come and network with other corporate and business women. But again, the key part of this, right, is that online resource library, is to be able to have access to all of that information. A lot of us spend hundreds, thousands of dollars on courses, especially as business women, right? We're always looking for the next thing to boost our business or, market ourselves. Well, you have this resource library where everything is right there and accessible to you. So we're really, really giving this network of connections. I think also what is powerful is that because of my background in HR, even my experience working at Harvard, a part of this community are a lot of recruiters and HR people who are looking for talent. So we even have a day where we post our job board. We call it the opportunities board, right? So you have the opportunity to connect with recruiters at our leading companies and organizations within the New England area, and we hope to extend that beyond that.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch gears a little bit.
Sure.
Why did you start this company? What is your why?
So for me, I'm a single mother of two. I've always been into professional development. I started my very first business at the age of 18, and I started writing resumes for $40. That's what it was. But I come from an immigrant-based background where, we didn't have conversations about money that much. We didn't have conversations about being passionate about what we want to do. It was just like, okay, fine, get some money, go to school, and that was a conversation. But for me, I wanted to push the bar a little bit, right? I wanted to get paid for what I love to do, and this is what it was. And so moving further, I found as a career coach and as a business strategist that I was serving a specific client, and that was a lot of times male executives that had disposable income, and they didn't give me any problems. It was great. It was good money, right? But what about the woman that was like myself, that was a single mother that had a vision and a dream to start a business, but she didn't exactly have that much money. She didn't have that, $2,000 investment, right? So it's kind of the cycle of the same people creating wealth, and I wanted to break that cycle, right, and give opportunity to women like myself.
So before I end, I just have one more question for you.
Sure.
What is the future of Lady Corporate? Where do you see the business going next?
Sure. So we are currently right now in the New England area because that's where my family and friends are, and obviously you have to be able, my family says you have to be able to dance at home before you dance abroad. And ultimately, we are looking to expand beyond the New England area, and that's why that online component is very important. Even if there's someone who wants to move from Boston to San Francisco, we want to be able to connect with recruiters and HR people and other business owners that are able to help that woman elevate. So we're looking to take it out of the New England area and be across the United States very soon.
Amazing. So tell everybody what's your website, where to find you. Just for our audience, please.
Sure. So you can find Lady Corporate at www.ladycorporate.co, not com, but www.ladycorporate.co. We're also on Facebook, and that's just facebook.com/Lady Corporate. Our Instagram is a little bit different, so it's instagram.com/ladycorporate_official, and we're also on Twitter at Lady Corporate.
Thank you, Ahfeeyah. Thank you for joining us and telling us about this new opportunity for women. And we'll be back right after this with more Public Praise TV.
No, you're left-handed.
Sir,
Billiam,
Apostle,
Deacon.
I'm going first.
Awesome, great. What do you call the barber who's the illegitimate dad that keeps disappearing from his children's lives?
What?
A fadeaway.
That's trash. What do you call 24 carats and a black magician in an airplane?
I don't know, it's a lot.
24 karat magic in the air.
And
That was original. I created that.
I think Bruno Mars created that.
Excuse me. Copyright Bruno Mars.
Hey, have you seen the movie Constipation?
No,
It didn't come out yet.
that's stupid. That's stupid.
It didn't come out yet.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
It's blocked up. Okay.
Getting hit in the head with a soda doesn't hurt. It's a soft drink.
No.
No, darn it.
What do you call it when Batman skips church?
What?
Christian Bale.
That's actually clever. I like that.
Okay, great, awesome.
You ready?
Yeah.
Cop pulls me over and says, "Papers, please." I said, "Scissors." I won, so I left. Like rock, paper, scissors?
No.
He said papers, I said scissors.
Yeah,
so I
and
won.
what he should have did was shoot. Okay, awesome.
No.
William, do you remember what you said to your parents when they dressed you up for Easter?
What?
Fat boy in a little coat.
Oh, man. Wow, I was fat, though, when I was a kid. I was fat.
That's why I said the joke.
What did the black apostle...
All right.
Hold on.
Hey, that counts as good for me.
Shut up. Darn it. What did the black apostle say on Blue's Clues?
What did he say?
Hey, yo, we searched for good dudes, but they used the Henny Denny notebooks for Blue's Clues. Because that was your rap, so I used your rap as a joke.
Yeah, I got that, William. Well,
Classic line. Happy rapper, Rob. I don't even care if I lose right now. That was funny. Go ahead.
Okay.
I don't even care. I lost. I don't care. Go ahead. Say, go. You got one more joke. I don't care anymore.
all right.
I don't care. Go ahead.
You ready?
Yep.
There was a scandal in the church.
Okay.
The pastor had a baby with the lead praise and worship singer.
Oh, gosh.
Do you know what she said to him?
That happens, though. What? What did she say?
She said, "Never would have made it
Oh, that's terrible. That was
without you."
you wasted your last joke on that trash.
I did.
Okay, I got one more. You ready?
Do you have one more? Yes, you do.
Today at a bank, an old man asked me to check his balance. So I pushed him over
I'm sure you did.
because he wanted me to check his balance. I don't care. Whatever. Yo, yeah, I lost. Okay.
You don't have to stay in one place to get your education. You can get your high school diploma, learn English, and learn math. Chosen of the Night Wow puts you in control of your education. All you need is a mobile device and Wi-Fi. Take control of your education and realize your dream.
What's up, everybody? It's your man, Mr. Resurrect, and I'm here with a great new artist who you guys should get to know, and that's Miss Scilla Oyee. I said that right?
Correct.
All right, awesome. What does that name mean again?
It means who is like God.
Who is like God?
Yes.
And it's beautiful. And what language is that?
It's Igbo. It's a Nigerian language. One of
Nigerian.
the 3 major Nigerian languages.
Nice. Awesome. So listen, I know we're going to get into your music and all that, but let's get to know a little bit about you and who you are and where you're from.
Yeah.
So where exactly are you from, and how did it bring you to this area now today?
So my name is Scilla, and I always start by saying I'm from Nigeria because that has a lot to do with who I am and the style of music that I present.
Awesome.
I'm Nigerian. I came to the U.S. to study, studied music at Houghton College, upstate New York.
All right.
And went on to get my master's in transformational leadership in Rochester, New York. And I moved to Boston for work and have been doing music around here for the past 3 years.
Oh yeah. So what kind of work were you doing in Boston?
I was working at Eastern Nazarene College in Quincy.
One of my alma maters.
Nice.
Yes.
So I got to, I worked in the residential life office, but I also got to direct the gospel choir there, which was a huge privilege to do.
Oh, okay. So, so now what are you doing as far as music is concerned?
I am writing and recording some more. I also lead worship at my church, but I lead worship. I organize worship events around the country. The last one we had was in Rochester, New York. We had a worship night, and I've done a few here in Boston. And so it's just leading God's people in worship is one of my passions, and helping people to understand and embrace who God is through worship and music is what I do.
Awesome. So you train people as far as leading worship is concerned, right?
Yes, part of my training was to develop worship leaders, to train them to lead God's people in worship. So I'm very passionate about working with worship leaders who are already leading their churches in worship and giving them some pointers, things that God has shown me in my journey and things I've learned by studying music and going to seminary, and things about worship that they may not know right away.
Awesome. Did music come naturally to you growing up? Or was it just a gift that stumbled upon you?
Yeah, it was really a stumble upon. Yes, I will say I didn't know I could sing, but it started pretty early. I remember joining the children's choir at my church because my sister joined, so why not?
Yeah.
And so, but I remember singing a solo one day, and everybody was like, that was amazing, and I had no idea what they were talking about. But I just formed an affinity for singing and for I started writing songs from when I was about 10. I started directing a choir when I was in 7th grade.
Wow.
And I have done that for most of my life. So
Okay. So now you're at a point in your life where you're teaching all these worship leaders, but now you're going to come out with your own project.
Yes,
So is this your debut project?
This will actually be my second project. My first project I released in 2011 as an album called Way Out.
Okay.
That's available on iTunes and everywhere you download music. And that was my debut project. And some of the songs will be redone in this EP, just to get it out there. But this is my second project.
So let's talk about this EP. What are some of the songs on it, and what was some of the influence for it?
One of the songs that kind of shapes the EP for me is the song Sincerely Yours. It's a song that is written as a letter to God from someone who is going through a very difficult time. And I had started writing the song in 2012 or 2011, and it never came together for me until about 2015 when I found out my mom was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer. And it was almost like an anger boiling up within me to God. And that was my response. And I started it with a lot of anger, but towards the end, I just got comforted that God knew what he was doing. God is in control.
Right.
And that's the message of the song.
Awesome. What do you want people to take away from your music when they hear your music?
God. Just an overwhelming sense of God and his presence and his power and the realness of him. I think a lot of music just puts God in this very far away place, like our Heavenly Father who is far, far, far away.
Right.
And God is with us
Yeah.
all the time, hearing us, listening to us. And I want people to experience God in that way, as a friend, as a companion when they hear my music.
Any influences that we could probably hear in your music when you sing?
Yes,
or even in
definitely.
the productions of the sound that you create?
My most influential person in my life is a worship leader and musician in Nigeria called Padampasi Paul, and he influenced a lot of my music. Part of my higher medleys, part of it is a song that he wrote that we put together to form one of my songs. But he's a major influence. Some other people that have influenced me will be CeCe Winans, Donnie McClurkin, the styles of worship. I don't know if you will hear them in my music. A lot of the influence in my music are Nigerian worship styles.
Oh, awesome. Well, we're looking forward to hearing your music. Where could people find some of your projects today?
You can always find it on SoundCloud. You search for Scilla Oyee. Scilla is Scilla and Onyee. On SoundCloud, you can find it on iTunes, on Google Play, on most of the outlets, downloadable outlets, you'll find my music.
Outstanding, outstanding. Listen, there's so much more we could definitely talk about, but I know you're going to enjoy her music. Don't forget to check out her next EP that's dropping soon, and you're going to hear more and more coming from this wonderful lady, Scilla Oyee.
Correct.
See, I'm the man, I can say it all. And listen, y'all stay right there. We got more for y'all coming up, all right? Be blessed.
Hello, this is Scilla Oyee, and thank you for having me on Public Praise TV. Please follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Scilla Oyee. God bless you.
God, you said you'd never leave me. My soul, you said you'd keep, and I believe. But the pain is overwhelming. Been disgraced and faced more shame than I can take. But you said you will come to my rescue in my fears. You're not far. You will come to my rescue. Here I am, crying out to you, sincerely yours. When I'm sick, you said you'd heal me, and you promised chains won't bind me. I believe. But hear my cries of afflictions all around. Oh, hear my cries. I'm sinking deep within. Lord, hear my cries. I'm broken and confused. You will come to my rescue in my fears. You're not far. You will come to my rescue. Here I am, crying out to you, and you will come to my rescue in my fears. You're not far, and you will come to my rescue. Here I am, crying out to you, sincerely yours. Sincerely yours. I'm crying, Lord, I'm crying. Sincerely yours. I need you, Lord, I need sincerely yours. I'm trying, Lord, I'm trying. Yours. I need you, Lord, I need you. I need you, Lord. You will come to my rescue in my fears, Lord. I will not fear, 'cause you will come to my rescue. Here I am crying out to you, and you will come to my rescue. In my fears, you're not far.
One. Hey guys, I hope you had a great time here on Public Praise TV. I know I did. We want to stay connected to you, so make sure you hit us up on our website, publicpraisetv.com. And also make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, drop a DM in our Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Before we go, we have more great music from Scilla Oyee, and until next time, always be proud to proclaim and never ashamed. God bless you.
Hey, we love you, Lord. You're worthy. You are the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, omnipotent Father. You are the one who reigns over all the earth. I love you so I lift you higher. You are Jehovah Jireh, you provide my needs. Jehovah Rapha, you heal my wounds. There is none like you. You are the great I am. I love you so I lift you so higher, 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 higher. I lift you higher, 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 higher. I lift you higher. You are the King of Kings, Lord of Lords, omnipotent Father. Higher, you are the one who reigns over all the earth. I love you so I lift you high.